So you've done the self-help and you've dipped into some personal development, but now you ask the question, now what? What can you do? Well, if you want to escape the apathy, step right this way. So twice a year, I teach a course called Autonomy. It's a 12-week personal development and training course. What people get out of it is multifaceted. There's curriculum, there's exercises, there's camaraderie, you make new friends. There's a whole lot of interesting things. We're going to hear a sample from the course right now, and let's take a look at the value these students are getting.
Do It Live is one of the parts of the autonomy course that's closest to my heart and one of my favorite things to participate in. And for the first two seasons, I didn't really show up to watch it or take part in it at all. And it was only kind of season 7 where I decided to take the plunge and put my name down to host. And I was more nervous in the lead up to that. I had to calm my nerves with a glass of wine even, and I was kind of having the sort of panicky feeling that I used to get before lessons when I was teaching or doing presentations at school in front of the whole class, or any of these kind of public speaking events. It was a really challenge to me. I was excited, but I was also nervous. And then for the first sort of 15-20 minutes of the experience, those nerves continued, and then it had just evaporated. And then I relaxed into it. And the reason that happened was because there were other people there who showed up to participate and to contribute and to answer questions and to make the thing special. So my experience was that when people show up and we all have conversations and share and go back and forth, that's when the magic happens, and that's when the real value is unearthed, and that's when we can make something that is worth sharing and giving out to people who are outside autonomy, maybe our family and friends. I had friends, family members check out that podcast because I was hosting, and they got an insight into what happens in autonomy, and they got interested in the people and the stories and the expertise that is this community. And so Do It Live to me was a real confidence boost. It got me to a point where I thought, maybe I could make videos and put my voice and my name out publicly to talk about things that I think are important. And I did that. I started a YouTube channel, and then I was putting videos out there and editing them. And that was a really critical stepping stone for me to get to that point where I felt confident about speaking something I cared about, putting my name on it and putting it out there for the lions on the internet to tear apart. But and I've never looked back, and that was an important stepping stone to kind of being nominated as a mastermind leader and running mastermind groups, and then kind of being here today to sort of help facilitate this group call with everyone here. So I think it's an incredible sort of superpower and skill to practice, speaking publicly and speaking to an audience of many people, one to many, and it's a super powerful way to spread important information. And we all kind of know that, I think, being here, being people who appreciate the work of public speakers such as Richard and many others, James Corbett, Jay Dyer, the list is long. We recognize that the courage it takes to do that is no small feat, especially in today's climate of cancel culture and where your platform could be kicked out from under your feet at any moment for bogus infractions of arbitrary and hidden rules and community guidelines. It's kind of important now more than ever that people find that voice and find a way to stand up and put it out there publicly. And I know Mark Passio is working very hard teaching people to the tech skills and the tech knowledge to be able to do this, for example. And so I think the Do It Live podcast is one of the best ways for anyone who is interested in that to get their feet wet and to do it in a safe environment with lots of support and guidance and lots of encouragement, where nothing bad is going to happen. And so, yeah, I'd like to open it up to the room and see if anybody wants to sort of speak on their Do It Live experiences. Maybe you attended one and you had a good time and learned something. Maybe you stepped up to host one, or maybe you're curious about the whole process and you haven't yet taking the plunge to sign up and you're considering it and you just want to learn more about it.
Everyone's doing some kind of self-help these days, and you can find a million self-help courses out there. Most other courses out there are hosting lectures. They're hosting videos, they're maybe even doing Q&As, and these are great starting points to encourage learning. But at AUTONOMY, we believe that hands-on practice is the best way to really lock in what we're learning. There's no better way to gain confidence and mastery than through action. After each lecture, we practice the concepts we've learned with other students, giving and receiving feedback in a non-judgmental environment. The result is mastery of concepts like entrepreneurship, ethical sales, and self-reliance in an environment that directly translates to the real world. Plus, you make connections with other like-minded individuals who are learning right alongside you, and you have a lifetime membership in the community. The AUTONOMY course with Richard Grove equips you with confidence, competence, and courage in a world filled with confusion and noise. You can learn more at getautonomy.info. We'll see you there.